Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update this channel daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing what might be the ultimate daily driver. This is the Omega Seamaster Professional Diver 300 meter quartz in stainless steel, a watch that quite frankly is set it and forget it convenient, finished to a luxury standard with the iconic image of the Diver 300 case, dial, and bezel. If you need a watch that you can throw on for those times when you just want to let your hair down, air it out, but not compromise on quality, this is a great watch to give your Royal Oak offshore a little bit of a break while you surf and turf on the seaside. A watch that is 41 millimeters in stainless steel, nice and easy to wear on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. It's flat. The current Diver 300 meter, launched in 2018, is 13.7 millimeters thick. Because of the quartz caliber of this one, it's a svelte 11.6 millimeters thick. That's right, it's over 2 millimeters thinner than the already reasonable 2018 watch. Lug-to-lug, it's quite compact. The lug-to-lug here is 47.5 millimeters, which means you can wear this watch, especially on the strap, on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, maybe even 13.5 centimeters circumference, because the strap pulls straight down around the tight curve of a wrist. Now, 20 millimeters is the size. This is an aftermarket strap and an exceptional one. A combination of vulcanized rubber on the backside with plenty of striations built in to allow articulation and venting of the wrist. It also features a light saddle contrasting stitch and a light brown calfskin leather on the top, paired with a stainless steel pin buckle for easy on-the-fly adjustment. Let me untuck it from the strap binder. You can see that the watch is a handsome and convenient piece when you want Omega Seamaster quality, but you don't necessarily want to have to continuously reset your daily driver watch every time you switch it up from your high horology pieces. With a 3.5-year battery life, that's exactly the convenience you get right here. Quartz does have its privileges. Now you can see the lines are identical to the Bond Seamaster, and in fact, in GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan as 007 actually wore the Quartz Omega Seamaster Professional 300 meter, so this one has a strong pedigree as a star of the screen. Now, silver screen, silver case, and polished silver helium escape valve. James Bond used his as grenade. I can't tell you this will perform that function, but it's a wonderful conversation starter. Perhaps the most fatuous feature in all of luxury watchmaking. Saturation divers, it's there if you need it. For everyone else, it is a wonderful piece of excess and a wonderful way of getting your friends who are not into watches engrossed in this one. The bezel features blue lacquer inlays, and these age well, but you do know when a watch has been beaten because you'll typically see scratches inside the lacquered calibrations. Here you see no such thing. This one is a survivor. The knurling is crisp and sharply defined exactly as it left the factory. The circular brushed finish on the bezel is handsome and unmarred, and all of the lacquer inlays are intact. You can even hear that this one has one of the most positive and chunky detents I've ever encountered on an Omega Diver 300 meter. In general, the mechanical versions of this watch do not sound great, but this one feels like it could give a Doxa sub a run for its money. Now you line it up with the minute hand, and it is the broadsword style minute hand because this is based on the dial that debuted with the 1998 Diver 300 meter GMT, so you get that maxi style dial with the broadsword hands, and it's easier to read in all light, including no light. Line it up with the index on the bezel. Now you've got an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer, which I actually prefer to chronographs. It's simply easier to read a dive bezel, and most chronograph minute registers only go to 30 minutes anyway. The bezel frames a dial that is electrifying. This watch is electric in more ways than one. This is not the standard matte blue Omega Wave made famous by Brosnan and occasionally worn by yours truly. This is the iridescent blue that you remember from the titanium Diver 300 from the same period. It's deep. You don't look at it so much as you look into it. It almost has a holographic effect. The Seamaster Wave is present and correct, but there's a glossy electric blue lacquered over it, and it's simply sensational. That red tip of the seconds hand really pops against this base. Still 300 meters water resistant, screw down crown, inside 6 jewel, 3.5-year power reserve, Omega quartz caliber 1538. It's based on an ETA 255 641, I believe. And the watch features a unique time zone function that long predated this feature on the 8500 family. You have the ability to actually move the hour hand independently as you travel, so you can actually drive the date forward or backwards as you might cross the international date line. And so you have a very flexible travel watch that gives you a feature the mechanical Omegas wouldn't have for years, and it's a quartz, accurate to about 15 seconds per month. Again, COSC Swiss chronometer, mechanical, -4 +6 seconds per day. Quartz has its privileges. It also features a stop seconds function, so you can set it. It does have hacking seconds, and it features an end-of-life indicator. It will jump in 2-second increments to let you know it's approaching the end of its charge when the time comes. Again, if you are a high horology collector, even if you're an Omega collector who owns some finer pieces, once Omega prices start pushing 5 digits, you really have to start thinking about what you can wear on those days when you want to let your hair down and let it fly. And this is the answer. The Omega Seamaster Professional Diver 300 meter quartz, iridescent dial, sensational machine. See it and throw it on your wrist on the watch box.